Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Diego Pacheco versus Maciej Sulecki live watch-along. I've got my No Punches Pulled crew members with me, my co-host. Got Liam Tully up top and Jay's Fight Talk at the bottom. How are we, boys?
Good morning.
All good, mate. All good.
We were at local time 3:27 a.m. here, and we've just locked in for the chief support, Sugar Nunes against Miguel Mariaga. It should be a decent fight. This Nunes 26-1, won every single one of his fights by knockout. Absolutely thunderous puncher, coming off the fight of the year contender against Shavkat Rakhmonov, who people all know from the Joe Cordina fight that he had. So he's a real threat. Miguel Mariaga's fought John O'Carroll, Michael Conlon, only been stopped once himself in 7 defeats to no other than Vasyl Lomachenko. So he's kept pretty good company here, Liam. But should be a fun one. This, I'd expect Nunes maybe to get him out of there, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think this has the potential to go rounds, definitely. But Sugar Nunes has got dynamite in his hands. If he wants to let him go and finish the job off, he can make sure he can do it. He can finish a fight in an instant this life, can't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think it's going to be on a knife edge, this one, definitely. I don't think we're going to get a long, drawn-out points decision. I think we're going to get scrapped. The bell goes, they're going to run to the centre, and I think we're in for a bit of a ding-dong.
Yeah, Mariaga only knows one way himself as well. Obviously, the winner of this is in line to fight the winner of Anthony Cacace and Josh Warrington. I think Sugar Nunes took step-aside money to get out the way of the Josh Warrington fight, basically for Wembley, just knowing that he's going to be next. We've got Coach Cruz, Boxing Head. Thanks for joining us. How's it going, man? Glad to see more boxing lovers starting channels. Yeah, really appreciate that, brother. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you enjoy the fights, and let us know your prediction for both the co-main and the main event. We're probably unanimously picking Sugar Nunes to win here. I'd have it more as a tick over fight, ready for the Anthony Cacace or Warrington winner, which I think Cacace will win personally as well. And our man, big up Jam's Boxing Chat, just finished up watching your Chev Clark watch along with Neutral Jam, so big up and well done for that. Chev Clark getting the majority decision win. But we are underway in Nunes Mariaga now.
Feeling each other out by the look of things here.
Yeah, Nunes, lots of movement from Nunes. On the outside.
Sugar Nunes, he has got absolutely rocks in his hand.
I think Nunes is letting him come on to him at the minute, sort of feeling each other out. Apprehensive out there, pair of them you can see. There's not that many in the crowd by the look of things. It's fairly empty.
No, it could be a main event heavy one, this, most definitely. Big up Jam, yes, big up mate. Always big up Jam's Boxing Chat. Follow on Jam's Boxing Chat for the shorts, and Boxing Media Hub as always for the interviews, watch-alongs, predictions. Sugar is one dangerous mofo. He really is. Jam's Sugar Nunes, 26 wins and all 26 by KO.
They've added Sugar to this card late. They've added Sugar to this card late as well. He's only announced week before last. So
was it? Yeah, they probably needed a bit more depth from the card, I would say. Yeah, Jam's right. Yeah, they do that in America, don't they? They always come for the main event in the American fights, definitely.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah. Got 4 or 5 with us, so good evening / good morning, whoever on whatever time zone you're in. Thank you very much, as always, for joining us. We're going to go all the way through from this fight here, which is Sugar Nunes versus Miguel Mariaga, right the way through to the end of the main event, Diego Pacheco versus Maciej Sulecki. We'll do live play-by-play. We'll give our scores as well. I should do with a pen and paper, but I don't have one. I'll just go to the top of my head. Come for analysis at the end of the round. Good little exchange there by Mariaga. He's holding the center of the ring as well, Jay.
I think he's I think Nunes is letting him do that. I think he wants to see what he's got by the look of things. He's got his right hand ready to counter. You see now, look, he's sort of pressing forward now. He knows what he's got. Possibly, I don't know. I'm not a mind reader, but that's what it seems. It looks like he's sort of letting him. He's sort of feeling him out, seeing what he's got. Because if you look now, he's just taking that little half step back, but he's ready to come straight over the top with the counter. So I think he's looking to feel out for two or three rounds.
Yeah, so I think Obviously, Mariaga's 37 now. He's only ever been stopped by, one Vasil Lomachenko, and he's been in with Oscar Valdez, Joey Gonzalez. I know Colin's not a big puncher, but he's been in with him. He's been in with a lot of good, solid names, and he's got 7 defeats on his record, and he's only been stopped by Lomachenko. So that sort of tells you what kind of company he can keep. So I don't think, Sugar gets him out in a round or two, even though he's 37 and Sugar's in his prime at 27. It would be a statement of intent if he can get him out early here for me.
Yeah, I think it's going to take some doing getting him out of there early. I can see him getting a stoppage potentially late, but he's really fairly even first round for me.
Mariaga had the centre of the ring, didn't he?
Yeah. I think Nunes gave that round away. It's possibly.
Yeah, one of them, isn't it? When you've got a puncher like that, you can kind of just feel it out for the first round, give it away. Nothing really too much in it, to be honest with you.
I think they're just showing the left up there. I think that was the best punch of the round.
Yeah.
Or one of the only punches of the round that landed clear for me.
To be fair, there's a nice overhand right as well from Mariaga in there at some point. That's a good round. Actually, a solid first round for Mariaga for me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing though about this Sugar Nunes. Sorry, mate. This Sugar Nunes against Kakachi, that would be some fight, by the way, because Kakachi's game is anything.
Yeah, someone's going to sleep in that one, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Kakachi's got rocks in his hands too. He most definitely has.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can expect to see if, the schedules are marrying up now. It's the 31st of August / 1st of September, whatever it is now. Kakachi's fighting in 3 weeks' time at Wembley Stadium, so they're going to be right on the same schedule. If both of them get through that fight, you can probably expect to see that on maybe even a Saudi Arabia show. I think you might get that one on.
I'd expect to see that end of December. I'd expect to see that on the Fury Usyk card potentially.
It could be a Fury Usyk card. Yeah, definitely. Is Sugar a matchroom fighter?
I think he's signed a co-pro deal. I think he's on a co-pro deal. Not sure.
Well, he's fighting on a matchroom show here, so I'm sure it won't be too difficult. To get him on a matchroom card going forward.
Eddie will have his checkbook waiting, won't he?
Oh yeah, Eddie will probably have options on him regardless after this. Sugar just starting to find his groove a little bit more in this second round here.
Yeah, he's catching him consistently now. That left is catching him body and head, and then he's looking for the uppercut as well, I think.
Yes, Jam, definitely. He's actually he's mandatory for Kakachi's IBF Super Featherweight Championship, Nunes, and he agreed to step aside money for the Josh Warrington fight. So Sugar Nunes has been compensated, and he's basically using this as a tick over / run out. I think. Yeah. I don't really think Mariaga has too much for him, but he's been paid to step aside from Matchroom, I assume, to get Warrington the shot.
Yeah, he looks a weight division above. Look at his back.
Yeah, he does.
Absolutely solid.
Yeah. Joxty, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate that. Do you guys think this goes the distance or a knockout? Me personally, I think Sugar Nunes will stop him. I don't know about Jay and Liam.
Yeah, a couple more rounds. I think 2 or 3 more rounds. It's starting to look like it's a young lion against an old guard at the minute. He's hurting there, I think.
Stung him.
Nunes is unloading here now. It's found his range definitely this second round.
Nunes has got absolute rocks in his hand.
Yeah,
so he's talking about Diego Pacheco. I personally think that Sulecki at 35 will still have enough in the tank to get through the rounds. I think it's a 10-rounder, isn't it, tonight? I think that personally. Any of you guys picking a Pacheco stoppage or a Sulecki win?
I think we could see Pacheco sort of 7-8 for me.
Yeah.
I think it'll possibly overwhelm him. He hits really hard as well, doesn't he? I know Sulecki's got a chin on him, but I just think age and the fact that it's the main event for him, I think he's going to go all out for the stoppage, and I think we might see a sort of late 7-8, something like that for me.
Yeah, I agree with Jay. I think we said during the week, didn't we? This is Pacheco stepping up to sort of fringe world level tonight. So he's going to want to make a statement. He's been classed as a homecoming back in LA for him as well. So I think he's going to want to put on a show. I think he'll break Sulecki down and stop the fight in the late rounds for me. Don't think it'll go early, but I think he'll break him down.
Jam said he's definitely up next. So Sugar, as long as he gets it done, yeah, for sure. This could be, that overhand right was an absolute peach. Yeah, my bad, Jam. I don't even know why I said it was a 10 round. I knew myself. It was what was it, 12? I think I crossed my wires there. But yeah, you are right. Thanks for correcting me, Jam. Just that onslaught at the end of that round there. I think I'd be surprised if this goes 5 or 6. To be honest, I think he could get him out in the next round or two.
Mariage keeps getting caught on the chin with that left uppercut, and he's just taking it. He's got
a chin, hasn't he, Mariage? It's going to take a bit to put him to sleep.
It is, Jam. Yeah, I'm on my third coffee, Jam. I've only been up for about an hour. I watched my first coffee. I watched the Chev Clark rewatch along with you in neutral because I didn't get to watch it, but I know he won a majority decision. It is that time of morning. I bet the over 6.5, the odds he says. Think I'll win. I would suggest that Pacheco will go over 6.5. I would be surprised if it goes under but it'd be a statement for Pacheco. You know, the guy's been in with a prime. Danny Jacobs been in with a prime.
This fight's over, boys. This fight's over.
Yeah. Jesus. Ooh. Yeah.
This fight's done. There you go.
Tell you what, at 37, I'm surprised Mariaga took some of the shots that were being taken because, like, this guy, Sugar Nunes, he's got absolute rocks in his hand. Yes, Jam. He's just bullying him now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Referee might have a job to do here. He needs to have a look at Mariage. Just taking punches.
Could be time to save him.
Possibly.
I hope he's cool.
Yeah, Jam, he's an absolute. You're right. He punches like an absolute mule. Does Sugar Nunes? Like his highlight reels and knockouts is beautiful uppercut as well. Mariaga's still swinging back.
Yeah,
Steps gone out.
Still in the fight.
Steps gone out of him now.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie. You know, he's not. Oh, he landed some good shots on Sugar a minute ago.
Yeah, he's
it's a bit of a fight breaking out.
That left's hurting him to the body, though. If you notice, he's not taking his elbow away from his right hand side.
Gotta give Mariaga credit, man. He's a tough man. He is a tough man.
He's not backing
that last left hand to the body.
Right in the
he acknowledged the last left hand to the body, didn't he? He's acknowledging that left hand's hurting him down there.
Yeah, look, he's keeping his elbow tight to right hand side. It's not backing off, though.
You know what, Jam, I was the same. I've watched a few of them live at the time, but like his highlight reel knockouts, he absolutely butchers people. Like he doesn't just knock them out; he puts them to sleep. So like credit to Mariaga at 37 years old taking these.
It reminds me of Beterbiev a little bit. I think it's possibly
yes, it's a good analogy. Yeah,
similar to him.
Well, their records are similar, Jay. Anyway.
Yeah.
They both won every fight by KO.
Possibly 10-8 for me that round.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm always thinking about giving 10-8s when there's no knockdowns, but yeah, it was a complete domination for sure.
But it was as clear a 10-9 as you can get, I think.
Yes. Completely agree with that, mate, for sure. So tempted to go for a distance or 9 to 12 for Pacheco. I don't know what to do, boss. I personally think it'll go the distance. But 9 to 12 is not bad. If he stops him, I believe he'll stop him late.
He'll go late. It's either stoppage late or go the distance. I don't think he goes early.
Sulecki's never been stopped. So like, you know, it would be surprising if he just wipes him out incredibly early. And it's not like he's been in with nobody. Jam's Boxing Chat wants to give you a bit of help here, Dioxity. So I'm going Diego to be the first to stop Sulecki, maybe 10th, 11th. Yeah, I think that's the play. If he does get him out of there, it's going to be late on. There's no doubt about that.
Mariagi's come out to start this fourth round, let a couple of left hands go though. He's still there.
It could be
not ready to go yet, is he?
Just going out on his shield, I think.
Yeah, I think he's having one last hurrah, isn't he? Because look, he's getting hurt at body, and I think he knows that he can't stop Sugar. He's got nothing in him to make him go back.
Yeah.
There's no popping the shots from Mariage. They're just sort of enough to keep Sugar off, aren't they?
I think he had a bit in first, didn't he? And from then on, it's Nunes is never worried about what's coming back.
Oh
my goodness,
big
mate.
right hands.
Did you see that? You
Big
missed
right
it,
hands.
Sam. You missed it. He nearly knocked him out of the ring, mate. That was some right hand. Wow. I'd stop him, ref.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I was doing a comment when it happened. To be fair,
I did that when Crawler won his world title. I bent down to pick up my water. When I stood up, he dropped him to body. Just missing now, but it's inevitable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you say, could need saving from himself.
God, he eats hard for the size of him.
Yeah, he's going to be a massive problem. He's going to be a massive problem at 130, 135 pounds when he moves up as well, for sure.
He's short though, isn't he? He is very short. I think somebody with power and range is the only person that's going to give him any kind of fight, I think. So anybody that's strong enough to keep him off and long enough to keep him away is the only way. You can't go toe-to-toe with him. He hits way too hard.
He does. Dave, thanks for joining us, mate. Just pulled your comment up. Sorry when Nunes knocked him.
Ref's got to jump in here. Sorry. Ref's got to jump in here. He's taking too many shots now, Mario.
Yeah, save him at 37 years old, man. Let's not. Jam did a live with Mr. Neutral Day, so I'll pull his comment up here. He won quite comfortably, did C4. It turned out to be a majority decision in the end, I think, Jam, if I'm right. But
Ref's
yeah,
got money on round 5
by the sound of it. Jesus, what does a referee need to?
He needs stopping this.
He shouldn't come out for the 5th round. If he somehow makes it through his last 10 seconds, there's no way he should be coming out.
Stung again. Jesus, throwing back.
It's throwing. I think you think he's done, and then he throws a forward combination.
His body language is okay, though.
I said stop the fight. I think you've got to give him.
Oh, he's landed.
You've got to give him his chance.
I tell you what, he is hitting Sugar Nunes with a couple. To be fair, he's one tough man. This Miguel Mariaga, I'm telling you, he is a tough man.
He's too tough for his own good, though. Possibly too tough. Yeah,
Jan, it has to be over, man. It has to be.
You can't send him out for another round. If the corner care here, they'll pull him out of this fight, especially at 37.
Guy in the North Face hat, I'm going to take that one as me. Give it a decision. No, I'm not a gambler. I'm not the odds team. No, that's just my prediction. I don't put my money where my mouth is in those senses. I don't know if any of you boys do, but it's not something I do or endorse. So this should be stopped. Jam says as Mariaga is blowing out his arse. He's hurt badly. Yeah, he is. That knockdown's huge.
I'm the same as you, Joe.
Yeah, I do gamble. I've lost all my. I lost my shirt this afternoon on football. I didn't. I bet very small.
Yeah, but again,
we are somehow into round 5.
Yeah, I can't believe we are. I did say 5 or 6, but to be honest with you, that could have been stopped easily in the 4th round there. But again, Mariaga looks like he wants to be in there still. It's not like his body language is fine for me,
It was throwing back. I know I was.
It's one of them, isn't it?
Fight, but
yeah,
still throwing.
I tell you one thing though, he's ripping them left hooks into Nunes' body when he gets the opportunity.
He's still in the fight at this point, which is crazy.
It's one of them. It's like the ref wants to stop it, doesn't he? The ref wants to stop it, but he's throwing back at every time that there's a chance to.
You've got to give him. Look, here we go. Look, he's going out on his shield. He's the lad.
Yeah, no, he will, and I think Nunes is wary of that as well. I think he knows that he can't.
I think I think what we'll see is him. He's gonna get caught throwing back, and he'll get his head twisted.
Yeah,
all the way around. I think.
Jeez, that uppercut! I think Jam just caught that as well. Yeah, what a beautiful uppercut that was by Miguel Mariaga. Cost me £168 accumulated time. Oh, sorry about that, mate. That would have been a lovely one for you. Yeah, Jam's right, by the way. We're probably not discussing this enough. This is a fight and a half, by the way. This is an incredible fight with great action. Yeah. This is an absolute barnstorm, and I want to give. I know I'm talking more about Mariaga because the lad's taking an absolute shelling, but he's just there and he's fighting. But Sugar Nunes too, he is taking his fair few shots from Mariaga, especially that left hook to the body.
I think this is the kind of fight that you want prior to a world title fight. It's it's a war. This is great. Nunes is being made to fight as easy as we said. He's having it. He's not actually having it that easy, to be fair. It's still a dogfight. Even though he's winning, he's having to fight for his points.
Mariaga's taking the shots better. Sorry, Liam, carry on.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, whether it's Kakachi or Warrington for him next, this is the type of fight you want because they're both very similar pressure, come forward fighters, aren't they? And this is
definitely
the type of fight Sugar would want before that.
I think
Mariaga's not done too badly in this round, has he? He's taken the punches.
He's wobbling a bit now, though. I don't know if that's fatigue more than anything from taking so many.
Do you know what? I don't want to tempt fate. No. Oh. So I don't want to tempt fate too soon, but he looked like he was taking the shots better in that round.
Till the last minute, wasn't he?
He looked
had a good first 2 minutes.
Wobbly on his feet, but I think that's more fatigue than him being hurt from the punches.
Yeah, let's see, Jan, because Mariaga he's a veteran. He's been in with so many top elite level fighters, a lot more than Sugar Nunes has. So let's see what he's like down the stretch. Let's see if that power does carry into the later rounds, because he's put an awful lot into these rounds trying to get Mariaga out of there too, hasn't he?
I think, he puts a lot in, expecting everybody to go. If he doesn't save anything, then it could get dicey later on, especially at world level. God, he hits hard though. Wow.
Yeah, his power's frightening.
Second for a featherweight, he's got scary power, isn't he, for a featherweight?
Yeah.
He's making him take that Vaseline off his nose, I think.
Yeah, there we go. I wonder what the ref was doing then.
There you go. Jam said Rocky Hernandez live in 2 weeks after just signing with Matchroom Boxing. Yeah, never forget his fight with his name's beating me now. Shaki Foster. Absolutely unbelievable. One of the best fights.
Night before Canelo.
Yes.
Night before Canelo Belanga.
Foster, like Shaki Foster, he's very good.
Yeah, I love a Shaki Foster. That stoppage, I think Foster was down on the cards into the last round and stopped him, similar to, Carl Froch and Jermaine Taylor style. It was absolutely unbelievable. It was. That's on a Friday night before Canelo Belanga, is it?
That's the night before Canelo Belanga.
Yeah. God, Mariaga's got some chin on him, doesn't he? No wonder he's only been stopped by Loma.
Yeah, I can't believe he's still in this, to be fair. Some of the shots. I mean, the ref could have stopped it in the fourth.
Yeah. I don't think Sugar Nunes can believe he's still in there, mate, to be fair.
That's what's worrying me about him putting so much into it, because there's still 4 rounds left. But I think he's still in control, but he's taking some back as well. There, look, he took a wicked right up to jaw then, and again he took a left. But he's just walking through it.
One thing I will say about Nunes, he does leave his chin up there, doesn't he, when he's letting his punches go? Right up
he's
there.
He's definitely there to be hit, Liam. I agree with that. Huge left hook from Sugar. I think
if he boxes like this against Kakachi, he's in trouble. I think Warrington would get away with it potentially, because I don't think Warrington hits as hard as Kakachi, but Kakachi will hurt him. Warrington's not hurting him, I don't think. Watch Warrington beat Kakachi and stop him.
I'd be surprised if Warrington did anything against Kakachi. I really would. He's got to be at the top table, Liam. Yeah, agree with that.
This is still a fight. I can't believe it.
Coming towards the end of the 6th round, Mariaga's still in there.
I read earlier it was 7-1. I saw it on X, 7-1 for a Nunes decision.
I don't know. I thought he was hurt, but I don't know if he just goes backwards and all wobbly, because he's still Look, he's stood in pocket. He's not backing off.
Oh, huge right hand for Mariage over the top there.
Put a lot into that. Though. He does
like
look
this 37-year-old Mariaga, he is one tough coffee, isn't
he? Yeah.
How is his recovery from that 5th round where he body shot and he's down again for the second time, just as I was about to.
Might not get up.
This could be it.
Yeah, Mariaga is still throwing bombs. It is.
He's badly hurt there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bell's going to save him. Bell saved him.
No,
he looks done though. This time he looks done. Is it?
Called it.
The corner.
So the corner's called it. Corner's called it.
Yeah. That's about to say that's absolutely the right decision. Yes, Jam, you're right. Yeah, I mean, definitely over. Yeah, go on.
I think they knew the writing was on the wall there. I would have liked to have seen the stoppage, but why make a man take unnecessary punishment? He looked badly hurt then, didn't he?
Yeah, he took enough there.
It's very rare you see anybody make a full recovery from a body shot that drops them. So, fair play to his corner team, saving their guy. Nunes has done what Nunes does, which is beat the brakes off people. Got to see him in a world title fight next, haven't we, boys?
Yeah, that's it. There's no questions asked now. He will be next in line for the IBF.
We're not the only ones in his pajamas at 3 o'clock in the morning because Eddie looks like he is yet to get dressed.
Oh, I love it.
He wears some rascal clobber when he's in America, doesn't he, Eddie?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, crazy record, Jam, for a super featherweight, 28 and 28 KOs. You just don't see that at the lighter weight divisions. Even Tanks had a couple of decisions, and he can really bang. That's a crazy record.
I called it as a body shot that put him down the second time. It was actually just a straight right hand to the face.
Right to the head. Yeah, it didn't look much, to be fair.
That was just accumulation.
Taken.
Yeah. Accumulation, that was. He's took way bigger shots than that over the course of the fight. He was just, he was done. But what an effort. Credit to Mariaga for
37. At 37, Mariaga still gives a lot of the top 10 a hard night's work still for me. I don't think there's any shame in that loss. It's gone longer than a lot of people have gone with Nunes, and it took a lot to get him out of there for me. So I think there's still fights out there for him. He's definitely a gatekeeper at featherweight for up and coming prospects and people looking to bounce back. I think Eddie you will see him on Matchroom shows again, I think.
Well, that's it, mate. Michael Conlon fought him in Belfast after the Lee Wood knockout. It was his return fight after obviously he got laid out by Lee Wood in the last round. And that, by the way, if you haven't watched any of that fights, anybody who's along with us, that if you want to watch a boxing fight, Michael Conlon versus Lee Wood, wow, that was tremendous.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see Lee Wood back soon. Just on that subject, so I'd stay with it because Josh Warrington we're talking about. That we get some news on Lee Wood soon.
Yeah, I think is he not with Matchroom?
He's a free agent now, but like he may sign back with them.
But it needs to fight. Yeah, he's the wrong age to be sort of dawdling about not fighting.
Yeah,
he needs to get back in there quick.
Lee's been going fight to fight with Matchroom, so after he lost to Lara, it was Eddie who offered him the rematch. So he's been going fight to fight. I think since the Conlon fight, he's been on a fight to fight.
I think it was something to do with the Nottingham Forest Stadium, wasn't it? They said if
you're right,
fight, we will sort of part ways. And
if you don't get the Forest fight, you're right, Jay. I heard that and read that as well. But it's not to say they won't work together. It's just that Wood can go and fight elsewhere if Eddie didn't land in the Nottingham Forest fight. That's right.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see what happens with Lee Wood in next few months. I'm a big fan, and I think he's a lot tougher than Lee still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, though, it would have been him against Kakachi, wouldn't it? If he was fit, he was injured though at the time. It would have been him and Kakachi at Wembley.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's going to be
Wood's journey since COVID's been fantastic as well. Beating He's fighting everything he's done since COVID. He's really had a second win to his career, hasn't he?
I really has. Was he not stopped by Gavin McDonnell or something like all them years ago?
I'm pretty sure
Years
he
ago
was,
it
yeah.
was, yeah.
And one of the other domestic level guys kind of beat him as well, like years and years ago. And then he just leveled up and turned into world level. He stopped
Somebody like
Kanju in Eddie's back
Josh
garden. Didn't he?
Whale or
Yes,
yeah, it
yes.
was somebody like Josh Whale or someone like that, wasn't it? I can't remember. Maybe not Josh Whale, but it was someone.
It was somebody like that, yeah. And then he stopped Kanju in Eddie's back guard, and then he did the Michael Conlon fight, which was Ring Magazine Fight of the Year in 2022. Then obviously got laid out by Lara, beat Lara in the rematch, then done Warrington. You know, amazing second win, like you say.
Yeah, the crazy resurgence, didn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, we'll move on to Pacheco and Sulecki. So obviously Diego Pacheco, this 23-year-old young bull. Eddie Hearn's incredibly high on him. He's got him headlining in this. I absolutely love this arena. I would say arena. It's more like a coliseum, isn't it?
Coliseum, isn't it?
This I forget what you call it now, but like you say, Lim used to be called the StubHub Centre, where
Is it an amphitheatre? No,
it's an amphitheatre. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is. So yeah, Pacheco Sulecki. Pacheco, I believe, is number one with one of the, I think it's a WBO, I believe.
WBO,
so
WBO.
He's in line for a shot at Canelo,
Jazza
really,
Dickens.
if he wins this. But
It
he's
was
not ready
Jazza
for that yet. But
Jazza Dickens that beat Lee Wood.
Jazza, that's it. Yeah, you're right.
He fights
good
next
shit.
week. I think he fights next week. Does Jazza?
Yes.
I think he's got a fight in some random place, maybe Dubai or Saudi or somewhere like that. But I know he's got a fight somewhere in the next couple of weeks.
Well, he was rumored to be fighting Ball, wasn't he, at one point? But and obviously Ball's fighting Rios.
He's fighting Eduardo Mancito. Yeah, don't know who that is, but he's lost 15. So, but I think he's fighting him away. I don't think he's fighting him here.
Yeah, let us know, guys, those that are with us, your predictions for the main event with Pacheco and Sulecki. Sulecki looks in good shape. He should be very game. He's only lost to Danny Jacobs and Demetrius Andrade. He's got a win over Gabriel Rosado, so he's mixed it with a decent level. He's definitely a step up for Diego Pacheco. He is 35 years old, so is Pacheco getting him at the right time? There's definitely potential for that. I think personally the fight's going to go the distance, definitely. But what do you think, Jay? Liam's just momentarily gone.
I think I've called late stoppage, haven't I? So I'm going to have to stick with my initial prediction. Late points, Pacheco. I think Pacheco's going to have a little bit too much for him down the stretch. I think we'll have a close one for the first 4 or 5 rounds, but I think it's going to be I think Pacheco's going to put everything he has into stopping him. I think Eddie's put him on this pedestal for a reason, and he's put him at the top of this card for a reason. He's couldn't speak highly enough of him. He's touted him for long enough, and I think this is going to be the night that he gives us that sort of performance that makes us put him in the conversations with the Belangas and the Caleb Plants and those kind of people.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting how they match him if he does get through this tonight, because obviously Canelo and Belanga's in a couple of weeks' time. Caleb Plant's obviously fighting on that undercard as well. He's 23, so like, are you going to sling him into even though he's probably going to be mandatory on number one with the WBO? I think after this fight, is he really going to fight Canelo next? I don't think Eddie or Canelo wouldn't want that fight. I don't think either. So, who out there at super middleweight? Super middleweight's nowhere near as deep as it once was, even maybe a year ago.
Tough division. Yeah, it's a tough division, but I'd like to see him, and I know this is good. He's not a matchroom fighter, but someone like Eubank Jr. maybe just for the name. I don't think we'll see that fight, but I'm trying to think of super middleweights with a little bit of relevance that are not sort of at that elite level, and I think
the upper echelons. Definitely.
We might see him possibly in against the British super middleweight. Maybe, I don't know. It's difficult, like you said. It's not like it was super middleweight. There's not that many standouts, really, is there? And the
Jaime
gap's really
Munguia
big
is another
between
one now at
like,
168, but again, he's on the other side of the divide, isn't he? Munguia, I think he's signed with Top Rank now, hasn't he, or something? He's gone from Oscar to Top Rank for his next fight.
Yeah, I can't see him making that fight now. I mean, they're both fairly young, and it could be made, but I think Pacheco needs one or two more fights, sort of at the level.
He's
just
23
below
years old.
the top five.
23 years old.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You could, if you throw him into one of those kind of fights now, it's too early for. If it's too early for him, it could be devastating for his career. I think they've got Eddie's invested a lot of time and money in this guy, so I think he's going to match him as easy as he can without, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner, that he's sort of, but he's got a man managing Matty because he's young.
Yeah.
And he's trying to build him up, and I think the heading he wants, if he can, to get the Canelo type fights eventually for him. But I don't think he's in a position where he could do that now.
Yeah, I think the belts will fragment at some point at super middleweight. Obviously, the IBF's fragmented now. William Skull, I think, is going to be fighting for that one against Chisholm. I think.
I swear, my missus wears stuff like that.
Yeah, honestly, Jay's Fight Talk absolutely loving Eddie Hearn's shirt.
We've got boots on at the minute.
Yeah, so I think the belts will fragment from Canelo at some point when his mandatories are due and he doesn't want to fulfill them against lesser names. So there could be a shot at a vacant title on the line at some point for Diego Pacheco. I also think that if Canelo, I fully expect Canelo to get his first knockout since 2021 and Caleb Plant against Berlanga in a couple of weeks' time. I think Canelo will stop him, and I think if Canelo stops him early enough, I believe that you could maybe see a Berlanga against Pacheco fight, just because they're both with Eddie Hearn. It's a makeable fight, and if Eddie and Pacheco's team believe that that's a name that they could get on their record on a scalp because they're better than him, then you never know, could happen.
Yeah, good shout. I mean, as we've just been saying, there's not really that many fights for him, really. So Eddie's going to have to do something like that. I wouldn't like to see him thrown in with Canelo yet. I think he's too young, too inexperienced. Young is probably the wrong word to say, but I think he's too inexperienced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he could definitely, depending on how Berlanga loses to Canelo, that could definitely be the next step up, to gauge him as well. It'd be good to sort of gauge what could happen in that potential Canelo matchup if Canelo gets rid of Berlanga fairly easily, without being disrespectful to Berlanga's skill set. I don't expect him to win that fight, not unless there's some crazy knockout in the early rounds. I believe, similar to yourself, I think Canelo's got the bit between his teeth, and I think he wants to put a rubber stamp on him, being the man at 168. If Berlanga's, if there's not many other fights for Berlanga really, as we know, majority of the guys are tied up in fights or in contract negotiations for fights. So yeah, that'd be a good fight, would that? The loser versus Pacheco, if he comes through tonight. We're talking like tonight's a given.
No.
Can fight, and if Pacheco don't mind his P's and Q's, then this could go horribly wrong for him. I don't expect it to, but it could. We have to expect the unexpected sometimes, don't we? In boxing, we know what it's like.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I hope we do see Diego Pacheco tested tonight. Fair enough, if he goes out and blows Sulecki out in a few rounds, that will be an incredibly impressive performance. But I don't envisage that happening. I don't see many people in the know who would see that happening. But if he does, that's a massive statement of intent. I think Sulecki's going to give him rounds. I think it's going to be interesting to see how much ambition Maciej Sulecki has in this fight. Does he come with a game plan that, okay, I'm just going to come and give him rounds, and if I can see an opportunity, I'll take one? Or does he actually come with the ambition to win? Because if he comes with the ambition to win, that's probably where he's got a chance of being stopped for the first time in his career. But if he comes and, just wants to, take Pacheco the distance to see that as a moral victory, then I'd be very, very surprised if Pacheco is able to find the gaps and get him out of there. He's too seasoned, he's too grisly. He's not going to get him out of there unless there's an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't come with that mindset to just survive. As you say, win a moral points loss because we're in for a boring night, really. Then Pacheco chasing him, trying to find gaps. It's not what we want to see, and I'd like to think Sulecki's got enough left to not have to fight like that.
35. He should. He's never been stopped, so he's not got that many miles on the clock.
No.
But there's you could look at the Nunes and Mariaga fight that we've just watched there. Mariaga probably could have came and tried to just shell up and survive a little bit more, but he came and he had a go, and ultimately he ended up getting stopped because of it. But he had some good moments in the fight. He made it for an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it was. He had a decent first round, and then the obvious skill gap was there, but he gave a great account of himself. He was throwing back right up to the end, went out on his shield. I mean, he was ready to come out for the fifth. If it wasn't for his corner pulling him out, I think we'd have probably seen him.
Yeah, it might have been one of them where he's just there. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think we'd have seen him take a bit of an arse whooping, but there's no shame in that. He was in that fight, and right up until he wasn't. To be honest, it wasn't a one-sided beatdown. There were times in that fight where I would have stopped it if I'd have been the referee, and I'd have been wrong to do so because he started throwing back, and I were calling for it to be stopped, and I was wrong. So, that there's still, as I said earlier, just after the fight had finished, I think we'll see him on matchroom cards again because there was no shame in that performance whatsoever. It was, it was as good a performance as he could have given without winning. He was in the rounds, even though he was losing the rounds, which is sort of a contradiction in terms. But at 37, at that level, he gave a great account of himself. Yeah,
most definitely.
I'm just hoping we ain't got an hour of filler here now with Eddie.
No, I think Pacheco's nearly on his way to the ring.
Good. What's that?
Well, from what I saw, we've got an hour-long Eddie Hearn interview taking place with Chris Mannix, I think, at the moment. But like Liam said, Liam will be back with us in a minute for any of the ladies out there that are clambering for him back on the screen.
I'm pretty sure you can tell we've all got ladies upstairs. By the way, we're all sort of whispering really quiet.
Oh dear. I think Liam said around about 4:15 UK time, which is in 5 minutes.
5 or 6 minutes. Oh. I hope Sulecki's got something left.
Yeah, we may have lost Liam Tully. Just received a message. We'll let you know if Liam Tully's back, but we may have lost him. I think he's just slightly under the weather, so bless him.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, that's a shame, but it looks like it's just me and you, kiddo.
Yeah, well, if it is, we'll try and paint the picture of Pacheco versus Sulecki, which we expect to be going on for at least the next sort of 30 to 45 minutes. Hopefully they get on with it soon. That would be ideal. Pacheco looks in great nick.
Okay.
So does Sulecki, actually, in fairness. He looks like Jason Statham. Sulecki.
He looks significantly thicker than Pacheco. Pacheco's the slimmer guy, isn't he? Sulecki's a lot thicker in terms of build. He's shorter and stockier. I'm wondering if range will be one of the weapons that Pacheco uses. Distance. I believe he's got the longer reach. I'm interested to see how he uses his jab.
Yeah, definitely. There's King Gabe Rosado, who's been in with Sulecki as well. Actually, Sulecki has a victory over Gabe.
He's been in with them all. Gabe Rosado's been in with them all.
Absolute warrior. Love Gabe Rosado.
He's even boxed Creed, I think. I think he's boxed Creed, hasn't he?
Yes.
He's boxed them all.
Yeah, you're right. He took an absolute shelling from Triple G when they fought, and even so much as a couple of years ago fought Melikuziev. and stopped him with a KO of the year contender. Absolutely unbelievable. Got a lot of time for Gabe Rosado. Yeah.
Gabe Rosado is one of them, they say he's a journeyman, but if you don't mind your P's and Q's, he's to put you on your back.
That's it.
He's not a journeyman. It gives anybody a tough night. Anybody at world level.
I would say gatekeeper, but in the best and most complimentary way possible.
Yeah, I get what you mean. He's world level himself. He's just never had that extra little bit that's needed to sort of be a world champion, but he will give you a dog tough night. And he's done 100%. That because he's he takes a lot to stop him. He's had his eyes cut and his jaw broken and his nose plastered all over his face and never takes a backward step.
No, couldn't agree more. Absolutely. We've had 75 people come and go so far, so thank you very much to everybody who's joined us so far. We're waiting imminently for the ring walks for Diego Pacheco versus Maciej Sulecki, which I think is going to be happening in the next sort of 2 or 3 minutes. We'll probably see Sulecki walk into the ring. Let us know your thoughts and your predictions in the comments. David Diamante is now. Obviously, we can't play any volume through what we're doing here, but I'm sure you guys may have some on yourselves. Diamante is now introducing Maciej Sulecki.
Here we go. Poland's finest. Should be a good one.
I love that. Yeah, I love that venue. That is one of the best venues. It's like a Colosseum in Rome or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we spoke about it before when I've spoke about atmospheres. The Nottingham Ice Arena, as it was then, was a similar shape, like a ball.
Yeah,
it carries noise.
I love it.
Obviously, they're amphitheatre. They're designed as such, but the noise is. I've never heard anything like the Nottingham Ice Arena. It was Amir Khan, Scott Lawton. I've still to this day, I've never heard noise, and I've been in 3, 4, 5 times bigger crowds, and it's just not the noise is the way it carries and echoes. It's unreal.
Yeah.
It'd be good to go there on a full house because it'd sound amazing.
Oh, it really would. Yeah, like
the Mexican fan base because they're not quiet.
$1,000,000%. Just on that, on the full house topic, there does look like quite a few empty seats, but it's not like a huge fight or anything like that. But
no, it's not a big. It's not a big. I think we've only got Pacheco fans there, and I don't know what he does in terms of tickets. I mean, I can't see him not being a decent ticket seller because Eddie Hearn doesn't really deal with anybody that's
messing with him if there wasn't. Yeah, there wasn't a buck to be made.
It's difficult to sell out a venue like that on for no disrespect to the fight, but it's not a massive fight.
Definitely.
There's a lot more on his way. Were there 2 fights ago. Yeah, here he comes. God, it's hard.
He does hit hard, yeah. I think he's only been took the distance 3 or 4 times in his career, Diego Pacheco. But like this is like you talk about matchmaking, Jay. This is incredible matchmaking from Matchroom. They want him to go rounds. They want to give him somebody who's going to be durable, but let's be honest, it's probably not the biggest risk in the world. There's no point giving him knockover jobs at this stage. Ultimately, the kid's probably a fight or 2 away from a world championship. Give him someone who's going to take him rounds, hopefully ask him a few questions.
Without putting him in too much danger. I think it's the perfect fight at the perfect time. If he's good enough, then he'll beat Sulecki. If he's not, he won't. But as you say, it's not that risky. Sulecki doesn't hit concussive for me. So Pacheco should be able to navigate his way around and find the angles and the opportunities that he needs to get the stoppage that I predicted late on. But Sulecki's old enough and clever enough to be able to work his way and manipulate his way to a points decision. So it's going to be intriguing. I'm intrigued. I think, as I said, I think it's going to be tight for 4 or 5 rounds, but I think Pacheco's youth and power should start to come to the forefront towards the latter stages of the fight, and I'd like to see him be able to turn the screw and get a late stoppage.
Yeah, definitely. He's got some rapper by the looks of it taking him out to the ring, so he must have. That's all you see now. Yeah, long gone are the days where the old school music's there. No, it's all rappers and it's all this, that, or the other. But we're starting to sound like we're going to put off the young audience if we're not careful.
I was going to say that then. It's bloody music. It all sounds the same.
Give ourselves. Thanks, Jan Anthony de Guzman, for joining us. We appreciate it. Who's win?
The fans here.
Yes, the fans. I think Pacheco wins on points. Jay thinks that Pacheco wins a late stoppage. We're about to find out probably in the next few minutes when the first bell goes. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Jan, we both got Pacheco winning this fight, but in different ways.
Here we go.
So obviously we can't hear anything going on now. We're not allowed to play volume, but David Diamante is doing the introduction, so you can expect the action to be underway in the next few minutes. Diego Pacheco and Maciej Sulecki at super middleweight. Winner will be in line for a world championship fight without question.
Yeah, the winner of this is putting a rubber stamp on their position within the super middleweight division as one of the certainly top 5 or 6. Sulecki's he could throw a spanner in the works tonight. You know what? About Pacheco winning. Sulecki could get a stoppage in the first couple of rounds.
At a good level.
And then he turns it. I mean, I don't wish this on Pacheco, but could you imagine how great it would be? Sulecki gets him out of there in 2 or 3 rounds and they have the rematch. You know, it's the last thing Eddie needs, but then, you know, the rematch would be a massive fight. I don't think we'd see empty seats then, would we?
Well, that's yeah, you're right. I just hope we see. We'll know straight away with what Sulecki does in the first couple of rounds. We'll know if he. Just hope we see some ambition out of him. That's all, because you know he's not a big puncher. He's only got 11 or 12 KO wins in 32, so he's not. You know, he's probably not going to take Pacheco out with one punch or anything like that, unless Pacheco's hiding a bit of glass in the jaw. But yeah, it'd be a systematic win, I think, for Sulecki more than it would be a one-punch blitz or something like that. But
I know, but that's the fear for me. The fact that Sulecki doesn't hit hard, Pacheco's not worried about it and gets caught cold.
That's it. Yeah. Just a lack of respect for the power.
Yeah.
We've seen it millions of times.
As a professional, we have, but you'd expect him to not do that. But you know, we're not in there. We don't know what he's thinking. Yeah. So what we got? 100%. 32-2-0.
Yeah. Approaching the 100 viewers so far that have came and joined us so far for the stream, so we greatly appreciate it. Just shout out to Jay's Fight Talk. Make sure you go ahead and follow him on X. He just hit 1,000 followers, so congratulations on that, Jay. Big up at Jay's Fight Talk, and then Jay's Fight Talk YouTube channel as well as a member of the No Punches Paul team as well, along with Liam Tully, who can't be with us anymore. He was with us, but he's not with us anymore. Macadal Montez, thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. It is about to start in the next few seconds, so stay with us. We will keep you up to date with what's happening in Pacheco versus Sulecki.
They're getting ready to start punching any minute now.
You joined us at the right time.
Yeah, just in time. I think we're about a minute away from.
Yeah.
What's Pacheco got? An 80% knockout rate?
Yeah, so 21 wins, 17 KOs in the 21. So he clearly has the power advantage in there in this fight.
Sulecki's just under. He's at about 45% stoppage rate. I think he's got 12 KOs in. I want to say 30 fights or 30 wins. My maths is not the best, but I'm saying that's about 45%. It's 12 of 30. Yeah. We'll go with that.
Yeah,
It's 4
I was going to
a.m.
say it's late at night, but it's early in the morning. We'll go with that one.
Early in the morning. Here we go, centre of the ring, boys. Let's have some.
Yeah, so here we go. After all the talk of us saying it's going to go long and could be points, could be late stoppage, expect a 1-round blowout here for Diego Pacheco. Stick with us post-fight, guys, as well. We'll give our thoughts immediately after the fight on what could be next for Diego Pacheco, or obviously Maciej Sulecki as well. But the fight is
here we go. So
about to be underway.
Sulecki's pressing forward. He is not playing games.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll try and test Pacheco early doors here.
Well, he's marching forward. Pacheco's sort of feeling him out. He's on the back foot, jabbing.
Centre of the ring for Sulecki. He's took the decision to
caught him then with a 1-2 overhand right then, and Sulecki's now backing off as he comes forward. Yeah, taking a notice of me. Both caught each other with jabs.
He just looks incredibly tough, doesn't he, Sulecki? You just wouldn't want to bump into him. You wouldn't want to have it on the cobbles with Maciej Sulecki, would you? Let's just be completely honest.
Absolutely not, mate. I wouldn't want to have it on the cobbles with flipping anybody, but certainly not with Sulecki. He looks a tough dude.
So yeah, we'll give you our thoughts of the scores and how we're scoring it as the fight's going on, and what we think of the. Yeah. To be fair, I don't have mine, but I'll keep it on my phone or whatever it is. But yeah, not too much gone on in the opening, just over half a round. But
not really.
Sulecki does look like he's holding the centre though, and he's here to fight, which we knew he would be anyway. In fairness, but he's just echoing what we said really early on. But Pacheco hasn't landed anything of note yet in the first round.
Not yet. Right. Sulecki's looking for the overhand right.
Yeah, that's his shot, isn't it? Timing it with the jab, coming in, and then follow it up with that right hand. Ooh.
Pacheco.
Yeah, Sulecki's overhand right, like you say. Could be a bit of a money shot for him during this fight.
He's definitely aware of, I think Pacheco dips to his left.
Yeah.
And it creates a gap for him to come over the top. The only problem is that because Sulecki's leaning to the left, he takes some of the power away with it as well. But if he times it right, he'll catch him.
Yeah, I hope we see. Yeah, it is nice. I hope we see Pacheco's chin tested. I know Sulecki's not a massive puncher or anything, but I hope we see a little bit of adversity for Pacheco, and it'll do him good in the long run as well, providing he does get through that adversity, obviously. But I commend Matt Trumanelli for making this fight. I think it's a really good learning fight for him. And for me, Jay, I don't know about you, that's a 10-9 round for Maciej Sulecki.
I went the opposite way.
Did you?
I thought that Pacheco's jab, I thought his jab was sort of cleaner. But you could give that round either or. It's just we'll see if
swing round. Yeah, it wasn't a lot going on. Similar to the Nunes first round, wasn't it? Really?
Center, didn't they? Yeah, Sulecki took the centre, like you said, and that it depends what the judge. It's what you prefer, isn't it? This is the whole thing with having 3 judges. We may see differing scorecards if it gets to that point at the end. It's what you look for, what you appreciate, what you have as scoring punches.
Most definitely. Yeah, we're going to get more action
with the right hand. Now we've got a fight. Now we have a fight.
Yeah, it's a money shot for Sulecki. It really is.
Yeah, he's not come here to lay down, has he?
No, not at all. He's coming for a fight here.
Oh, he's in one. He's in a fight for sure. This is exactly what we were calling for, Sam. A proper
Yeah,
dog
we
fight.
wanted it. We wanted the gut check for.
Yeah, it's fairly even. Pacheco's in this fight. Sulecki, sorry.
Yeah, Maciej Sulecki is trained for this, and he is really up for it. He knows that even at 35, he's going to get the biggest springboard ever, and he's going to get huge opportunities and paydays if he can get through Diego Pacheco. And Pacheco, although he's a great talent, he's largely unproven. He hasn't been in with any of the elite of the division or anything like that. So, Sulecki, as we talked about before the fight, Jay, is probably going to try and stick it on him early and see what he's about.
He needs a big performance, I think, to break out and for people to sit up and take notice. Just getting over the line in a tough fought victory. No disrespect to Sulecki, he's not going to do anything for his profile. He's got to go out there and he's got to make a statement, so that he can then be in a position to start calling for the bigger fights.
Definitely. The statement and the headline is and what Eddie Hearn's made this matchup for is he'd be the first to stop Sulecki. That's why this fight has been made. Sulecki's never been stopped. That's the only reason they've gone for this fight.
Yeah, he needs to do that, doesn't he? He needs to stop him to rubber stamp his potential.
For sure.
And back up what Eddie Hearn's been telling us about him. Eddie Hearn's been building him up as this killer.
He's been, singing it from the rooftops.
Tonight to prove that. Yeah, tonight's the night to prove that, I think.
So yeah, again, not too much going on in the second round here. It depends what kind of thing you like. I think the volume the cleaner punches is definitely coming from Pacheco, but Maciej Sulecki seems to want to be throwing.
Yeah, I gave that 10-9 Pacheco. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have Pacheco winning that second round, definitely. I've got it 1-1 after 2. I know you've got it 2-0. But I think Pacheco's works crisp. But again, there's not a lot in that at all, is there really?
It's a close fight, this, mate. Very close fight.
You're picking bones through that, aren't you?
Yeah, there's not massive gap at this point. It's an even fight, and there's not much going on really. They're just, odd jab from Pacheco. Sulecki's looking for the overhand right, but nothing's catching either of them sort of clean, crisp on the button. It's still very, very. It's like they're feeling each other out still. I'm sick of saying feeling each other out because I said it in the
but they are.
Nunes fight. I think that's my catchphrase. I think.
But at the same time, it's
got the feet tangled up there. Nothing more than feet tangled. If Sulecki can time that jab, he can get underneath it, and he's in very close then. So Pacheco needs to be very careful. If he throws that jab lazily, he will get caught.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sulecki's aware of it as well, I think. I think Sulecki's aware of it. You see then? He got right underneath it but moved away. So I think he's going to get underneath it and step inside. If he does that, he can catch him with a hook at either left or right.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it's. I think as this fight goes on, there's going to be more. Yeah, let us know what you think, guys. There are a couple of you with us. Yeah, a couple of you with us. Let us know how you're scoring it. Let us know your thoughts on the fight. We'll bring them up. Two guys that so far, Jay, looks like they're fairly evenly matched.
They are. I don't like them boots that Pacheco's got on.
No, they look like something you wear at school.
Yeah, they're not. They
He's
don't
got
look comfortable.
He's got bootlegs on.
Yeah, they're not. They look like something you wear on a building site. Oh.
I do like Pacheco's technique, though. It's fundamental. Oh, it's a good little shot on inside. Yeah, Pacheco's fundamentals are really sound, aren't they? Oh, yeah. Both men landed. Both men
very technical. I think they both landed this. They both landed
in this round.
Shot.
Yeah, I think a little while ago Pacheco threw out a right hand and Sulecki just threw a left over the top straight away at the same time. Both landed.
Here we go. I tell you what. Pacheco will be a cruiserweight by the time he's grown into them boots.
Yeah, he's a big gangly guy, isn't he? What did you say by the time he's grown into what?
His boots.
Shorts. Oh, his boots. Yeah, both men sitting down on a shot there and just swinging.
Yeah, they're not feeling each other out anymore, are
they? No. Yeah, no more feeling outs from Jay's fight talk.
So Pacheco's catching him, but Sulecki's returning the favour.
Yeah, I think that's important for Sulecki fighting on away soil as well. You know, obviously we haven't got any volume, but every Diego Pacheco shot's going to be being met with crowd noise, and it's probably easy to sway the judges and that kind of thing. But Sulecki looks like he wants to return fire and throw every single time that Pacheco's doing so.
Yeah, but if you notice now, Pacheco is countering the counter. So he did it, then he caught him with a right hand after he'd avoided a right hand. So he's throwing, catching, throwing. And the second one sort of not wobbled Sulecki, but he felt it. You could tell that he sort of was momentarily stunned by it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. That's a Pacheco round for me.
Yeah.
So you got him pitching a shot out through 3. I've got him 2-1 up through 3.
Yeah, I have got a question mark by round 1.
Yeah, I think that definitely has been the. But again, at the same time, I see. Yeah, you could definitely have it 3-0 or 2-1. There's no way Sulecki's winning this fight, but at the same time, it's like even if it is 3-0, like Sulecki's been in every round. It's not like
it's not a shutout. It's not a whitewash. Yeah. Absolutely not. No.
There's 3-0s and then there's 3-0s where the other guy's been in the round every single time.
Pacheco's come out fast.
Yeah, Pacheco landed some nice uppercuts in that third round as well. Really nice. But again, you're not moving this Sulecki. Sulecki's going nowhere.
Not at the minute.
Well, that's very true. It just takes one, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything from Pacheco at the moment to justify my prediction, but obviously it was late on, with a lot of the fight left yet.
Yeah.
But Sulecki's, as we've just said, he's 3-0 down on some cards, but not 3-0 down in terms of the fight. It's not a one-sided ass whooping.
He's competitive. Most definitely he's competitive.
He just caught him again.
Yeah, Pacheco's there to be hit, definitely.
Yeah. I can see a bit of something on Sulecki's nose. I don't know if it's scar tissue or has he got a cut at the bridge of his nose. Have to wait till we get round to the other side, but.
Yeah, Pacheco just ramrodding that jab, isn't he?
Yeah, it's that Mexican taco brand, because the advert El Mexicano, they keep slipping on it. That branding in the centre, if you watch, Sulecki just went then, but that's all we need.
I see.
I'm an old El Paso man. You can keep your old Mexicano for me.
Again, Pacheco probably in control of this fourth round.
Yeah, but not. He's not doing. Yeah, he's winning them, but I wouldn't say I'm disappointed, but it's not. I'm not blown up. I'm not blown away yet.
Yes, definitely. But we all knew that Sulecki wasn't going to go out and do in a couple of rounds. We all knew this. Oh, nice right hand over the top by Pacheco. But Sulecki again returns fire. That's the story of the fight so far. Anything Pacheco throws and lands, Sulecki wants to make sure that he returns the fire. That just shows you his ambition. And like we said before the fight, we want to see that Sulecki's coming and showing something in the first few rounds, or else he's just there to survive. And I think he's shown us enough, definitely in the first 4 rounds, that he's here to try and win the fight. He's not here just for a payday and to try and survive.
No, he's in this fight for me. I mean, I've given that to Pacheco again, but it was as close a 10 round as you can get.
Yeah, that right hand over the top by Sulecki, I think it just missed in the last few seconds of the round. But if that lands, you just never know.
I noticed a couple of times he's getting the opportunity to throw his right hand and he's throwing it too low. He's hitting him on his shoulder and his chest. And I don't know whether that's a tactic to make him not worry about his chin, and then later on he'll catch him with that.
Yeah. He's a veteran.
Whether his timing's just off. I can't figure it out.
Could be a mixture of both. But like you say, there's a real possibility it could be setting him up for that. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good fight for me. It's a decent fight so far. It's it's not blowing my socks off, but it's intriguing.
It's competitive, and that's all we can ask for. Like we say all the time, not every fight can be Hagler Hearns, but
no,
it's competitive. Pacheco's being asked a couple of questions. He's winning the fight. He's doing well. But Sulecki's going to be there, and he's going to be there all night by the looks of it as well.
Yeah, it is. I haven't seen anything yet that makes me think I'm on for a stoppage. What we got?
So we're into round
39-37. He's same as you. I think he give him the first. Give Sulecki the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
a peach of an uppercut on the inside. Sorry, Jay. That was a peach of an uppercut by Diego Pacheco.
Very good.
Yeah, Mannix is I've got it. Yeah, Mannix's scorecard is the same as mine. You've got it 40-36, don't you, through 4?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm happy with what I'm seeing from a Sulecki point of view. Like it would have been no good to Pacheco or Eddie Hearn or anyone to just for him to just be shelling up. He's thrown plenty of volume.
Oh, now we've got a fight.
There's a nice left hook on the.
Pacheco's hook to the body then looks sickening.
Yeah.
Sulecki's got puncher's gloves on as well. He's got Grants on, I think.
Yes.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, if he can find that left, it's like the sneaky left through the guard to the body. He's never been stopped to the head. He's never been stopped anywhere. But could there be a body shot stoppage by Pacheco? That right hand over the top is money by Pacheco. His timing is beautiful.
Yeah, he's got.
He looks a talent, doesn't he? This kid, to be fair.
Yeah.
He looks a lot more of a talent. I don't know, Belanga's a bit older than him or whatever, but like even when Belanga was coming through and knocking everybody out, this guy looks like he's got much better fundamentals than Edgar Belanga for me.
Yeah, Belanga gets by on his power as well. Pacheco's got a lot better boxing ability than Belanga, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. We've got 4 or 5 with us so far, guys. Thanks for joining us. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Although the fight is competitive, we've got Pacheco fairly well up. I've got him 3-1 up as we approach the end of the 5th round. Jay's got it a shot out so far. He's got it 4-0 to Diego Pacheco.
It's going. Shots.
Yeah, Pacheco had a really nice 5th round here. He's landed some great shots.
Here we go.
I think he's fancying this now, Diego Pacheco.
He hurt him with a left. He hurt him with an uppercut, and
Sulecki looks a bit ragged, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he hurt him, mate. He might show it back now. but he caught him on an uppercut and it stunned him.
we got them Eddie Hearn scorecards. Yeah, we're on Eddie's payroll. Thanks for joining us, mate. We appreciate it. Yeah, no. In fairness, we've caveated a lot of it with Sulecki. He's been very competitive in all the rounds. That was by far the best round for Diego Pacheco. The 5th round, that was the clearest round of the fight so far. He scored the first one to Sulecki, in fairness, but I think 4-1 is probably fair. I don't know if 5-0 is a little bit unfair on Sulecki. I don't know, but who knows? But yeah, Eddie's bankrolling us.
Yeah, I wish he was, mate.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Was. Hey, listen, the 5 round down. If Eddie were bankrolling me, Pacheco would be 7 rounds up. Eddie, you know where I am, lad.
Yeah, it'd be 12. It'd be 12-0 to Sulecki.
If anybody wants a biased opinion, Jay's Fight Talk has a price.
Everybody has a price.
Yeah, mine's lower than everybody else's, though. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. He's got you, Jay. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, mate. That was a good laugh.
Yeah,
we're into round 6 now. God, that's flown by 6 rounds.
Yeah, it's a decent fight. I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, the Nunes fight before it as well was a very good watch. There's been plenty of action in these fights for a 4:43 a.m.
And he's down. Shot to the body. He's not getting up.
What did I say about the body?
You done.
Wow.
Round 6.
Wow. Oh, wow. Diego Pacheco.
Now that is a performance.
That's how you make your statement. There goes my decision.
I called it. I said round 7-8. I think I said 7 to 9 or something like that. So I wasn't a million miles off. Oh, who went over 6.5?
Yeah, that's gonna sting. Feel sorry for Deoxy, I think it was early.
That's under 6.5. That's I think it was like first minute at 6th round.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was very early in the 6th. Who do we think he should fight next? We're talking about this before the fight.
There isn't anybody.
If Canelo goes out and blows Berlanga out in a few rounds, which I expect him to do, I think Canelo will get his first KO since Caleb Plant. I don't mind the Berlanga fight. The other fights out there at the top of the division is obviously Caleb Plant, but I don't think he'll do Canelo or Plant anytime soon.
What about Durrell?
I know Plant absolutely annihilated him, didn't he, in the last fight?
I'm just thinking it's a bit more of a step up-ish, or certainly on the same lines as Sulecki. I know he's sort of past his best, but Sulecki's past his best, didn't he? Here we go, look.
Yeah, he took a long time to get up from that, and Sulecki didn't he?
You could tell he wasn't getting up as soon as he went down.
Yeah, you can tell when it just sinks the body shot.
Have you ever been hit with one of them, Sam?
And a liver shot to the body, I can't say I have, mate, to be fair.
I have. It makes you feel like you're going to throw up, wet yourself, defecate, throw up, and you can't breathe. It's the worst pain.
Like that is just sunk right. Like he knew that straight away. That was Caleb Plant would be a great fight.
Yeah, we called that earlier on. It's just that Caleb Plant's got a fight at the moment, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, he's fighting Trevor McCumbee in 2 weeks' time on the Canelo versus Berlanga undercard, so their fight schedules fit. But
so we'll have to wait and see.
That was a big statement from Diego Pacheco. The kid never been stopped before. He's been in with some good fighters. He's at 35. He's not shot or anything like that. That was. No wonder Eddie Hearn's so high on this kid.
That's Diego why Pacheco. Eddie Hearn is the man in terms. That's why he's the promoter. He knows his team know what they're doing. Yeah, that's why they pay the big bucks, not to his stylist, but to his matchmakers.
Yeah, like obviously we can't. Those that are with us, we've still got a couple with us. We can't have any volume on the live stream, but let us know what Diego Pacheco, if he has a call out or anything like that in the. Let us know if he has a call out in the in his post fight interviews for YouTube. YouTube will pull us down if we have any volume on from our end, so we have to watch things on mute on here. But hopefully he does a call out and he discusses a potential fight with the likes of Caleb Plant or somebody like that, because I think that's the direction. You can't pull him backwards now. He's in line for a world title. I believe he's number one with the WBO, which Canelo obviously holds right now.
I think Eddie Hearn's going to take over the post-fight and start. We're ready.
Well, with 4 or 5 people with us, so let us know, guys, in the comments, please, what the call is from Eddie and Diego, who they want to fight in the aftermath here, because I'd be very interested to see who Eddie's going to get excited, isn't he? Let's be completely honest. Eddie Hearn's going to be very excitable after that huge win there for Diego Pacheco.
Yeah, it's a massive win for him. I mean, even a
great matchmaking that was.
He's a good win against Sulecki, but to do what he's done to him, no one's ever done that.
I think everyone thought he was going to win the fight, and we're all comfortable in saying that. But the manner in which he did so, taking him out like that, was very, very impressive. And not many people saw a 6th round stoppage coming for Diego Pacheco, and especially the way he did it too, just an absolute sickener to the liver. That was just. I think
beautiful. You called it about a minute before that, didn't you? Towards the back end of the last round, you said the body was there. And within 2 minutes, he's saying that it sort of
just with the liver. It was
textbook body shot.
His technique looks absolutely beautiful as well. He's going to go all the way, isn't he, Diego Pacheco?
I think so. I think his boxing skill is like you said, his fundamentals are beautiful to watch.
Yeah, I think Eddie knows that as well. I think he knows he's got a gem on his books there, and like you say, credit to everyone at Matchroom, because they've gone out and scouted the talent and found it. Diego Pacheco is definitely going all the way. I cannot wait to see who he fights next, to be honest, because I think yes, you're right there, Uglies. Yeah, Shane Benavidez went up to light heavyweight. Yeah, because that
would have been
that's an all Mexican American. They're both kind of Mexican American, aren't they? Benavidez and Pacheco. So that would have been an incredible fight for sure. So yeah, let us know in the comments, guys, what Diego Pacheco will be saying here, because we obviously can't play any volume. Aaron, so you're gonna have to keep us up to date. If there's a call out from Pacheco, if there's anything that way. You're not playing volume, are you, through there, mate?
No, I'm turning it down. I could hear it, so it's.
I know you're all good. Yeah, YouTube don't like it if you play volume through a live stream.
You're right, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a second of that. You watch the replay for that every time.
He said he knew as soon as it landed. You could see as soon as.
Yeah, he could have got up,
but it'd have been no use to himself up, because he was done.
It's one of them split-second things in your own mind as well when you're writhing in pain on the floor. You think, if I get hit like that again, what's the point? He gave a good. He said Eddie Hearn calls him the best super middleweight in the world. There's no question about if Eddie Hearn's going to call him the best super middleweight in the world, but then he'll have to say the same about Canelo and Berlanga again in 2 weeks' time.
What are those hats that his team are wearing? Benavidez, he's not part of Benavidez's training team.
No. I think I'd imagine it's a sponsor. It must be David Benavidez is bankrolling his sponsorship.
Possibly. It says Benavidez Sports Performance, whatever that is.
But do you know what I do if I'm Diego Pacheco? I get on a flight to Las Vegas in 2 weeks' time, and I plonk myself in the front row for Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga, and I'm there.
Scared to fight me? I'd just say you're scared. You're all scared. Everyone's scared.
I'm making my presence very felt in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas in a couple of weeks' time.
Big fur coat on.
Yeah, absolutely. Sunglasses on inside. Big chain. Yeah, pimp cane.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think he's that kind of character, is he?
No. I think Eddie likes it when he gets Eddie likes it when he gets these kind of characters. I think, like Shakur and Pacheco, people like that. I don't think they're not big talkers, but Eddie doesn't need them to be. And Boots Ennis is another one. He doesn't need them to be big talkers because Eddie will do that for him. He knows that these guys can fight. That's all.
Have you ever seen Eddie Earn? Right, he's got his shirt open and he's got a cross. He's wearing a cross now, all of a sudden, because he's in LA with the Mexicans. If he does that, if he crosses himself, I swear to God, I don't know what.
He's like a chameleon. Benavidez against the winner of Bivol Beterbiev. It's the most X-rated port in my lifetime. That would be some fight. To be honest with you, I think either of them beat David Benavidez, if I'm being completely honest. Although he did look good against. I
think he put up a good fight, but I think he gets beat.
I think Bivol would definitely beat him. I think he has more chance against Beterbiev, depending on Benavidez's chin, which I think he has a decent enough chin to be honest with you. But yeah, that's I cannot wait for Beterbiev and Bivol. That is going to be phenomenal. October the 12th cannot come. It's September now. It's next month. Beterbiev Bivol. Cannot wait for that.
I'm still apprehensive. I'm still not 100% until I see Beterbiev met the walk.
Beterbiev's got to get through another 5 weeks of camp yet. He's asked who have you got for that fight. I've changed my prediction about 7 or 8 times for this fight. Right now, where I sit in this present moment on the 1st of September 2024, I'm picking a Beterbiev stoppage. But about a month ago, I was with Bivol UD. So I'm going to keep changing. But right now, I've got Beterbiev stopping him. And I know Jay's on the complete opposite side of things, I think.
Yeah, Bivol UD.
Yeah.
He earns got his own mariachi band walking him out.
Yeah. Bivol's the judge of distance and range it's frighteningly good to watch. Like he is the master of like just not being there to hit by like an inch. He just knows the distance between.
What's that guy got on his face? What's that? That's not a beard. Can you see him? The guy with the flag.
Yeah, I've got him now. Yeah.
What is it?
It's
a joke. Is it a stick-on beard or something?
Yeah, it looks like it, and he's given himself a little gap there, doesn't he? Yeah, David Diamante in the after shots. But yeah, we'll see what comes of what's next for Diego Pacheco. We'll have a little watch of the interviews, and no doubt on the No Punches Pulled live show on Tuesday evening we'll be discussing all the very best. Thanks for joining us, mate. Very good of you.
Cheers,
and go and get some well needed rest. We'll discuss this fight and what's next for Pacheco on No Punches Pulled on Tuesday evening, and also Nahoa Inoue versus TJ Dehenny is taking place on Tuesday. I think Jay's Fight Talk may be doing a live watch along.
Yeah, we're doing a live watch along. Myself and Liam Tully, one of the co-hosts, along with me and Sam from the No Punches Pulled show. We're going to be doing a live watch along. It'll be around 11:30 to 12 midday UK time for the big fight in Japan on Tuesday. So and then we'll be having the No Punches Pulled around 7:30 Tuesday evening, where the three of us will be discussing this Pacheco fight and obviously the Inoue fight and any other fight news between now and early next week.
Yeah, most definitely. They've got so much to look forward to. The schedule is so packed. There's about 7 or 8 fights coming up in September where you could be like, it's normally you'd have like one fight in a month where you're going, cannot wait for this one. But you've got Joshua Dubois and then all the great fights on the undercard, and you've got Canelo versus Berlanga, and there's a great undercard to that. Yeah. You have Johnny Fisher in the Copper Box on the 28th, and you've got loads of decent. I think Sandy Ryan and Michaela Myers in there somewhere as well. Like there's some good domestic British shows. There's a lot going on there. So yeah, we've got plenty to cover. We're bang on the hour and a half mark for this live. So we'll leave it there now. Me and Jay's Fight Talk will go and get some rest. Thank you very much to everybody who tuned in and joined us. It was another good one, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.